Good morning, Marion Elementary fifth graders. I am so glad that you have tuned in today to learn about this little beauty that I've drawn on the board. Okay, this is a coordinate plane. That's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about the different parts of it. We're going to talk about how to plot a coordinate on there. And hopefully we're going to have time for a little activity. Okay, so when we are talking about a coordinate plane, there are 4 quadrants on that plane. I'm going to show you a picture. And in 5th grade, all that you need to worry about is the first quadrant right there, okay? So that's what I have drawn on my board, is the first quadrant in a coordinate plane. All right, so the different parts of this coordinate plane, we have on the bottom, this little line right here. It goes horizontally, okay? And that is called the x-axis, okay? So that's just the horizontal line on a graph. So down here we've got the x-axis, okay? Now going straight up and down, which is vertically, we have the y-axis, okay? Y-axis, the vertical line on a graph. I'm just going to hang it right here. All right. Now, where these 2 lines come together is very, very important. Okay, and it is called the origin. And the coordinates for an origin is 0, 0. Okay, so it's going to be right here. And the reason it's so important is that is where we start. Anytime we go to plot a point on this coordinate grid, we have to start at the origin, okay? Somebody's origin is where they come from. So we're trying to keep that in mind as you start plotting points. All right, origin, we've got x-axis, y-axis, okay? Now, when we plot a point or a coordinates, okay? Coordinates is a pair of numbers that show an exact position. So this coordinate right here is 3, 2. Now, this is always the x-axis. This is always the y-axis. Okay, remember x comes before y in the alphabet. Okay, so x-axis, y-axis. So that's coordinates, a pair of numbers that show an exact position. When we go to plot this on our coordinate plane, we have to go over first and then up. Remember, you have to walk to an elevator before you can ever ride it to the top, okay? So start at your origin, go across, and then up, okay? So we are going to plot 3, 2 on this coordinate plane. Each line is 1, okay? So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the same going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So our coordinates are 3, 2. So we're going to start at our origin, okay? We're going to go over 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go up 2. 1, 2. And right there is where we would plot that point on this grid. Okay, I have a little activity for us to do. One of these boring things that we used to have to do in class, remember? All right. So part 1 says on the grid below, plot the following points. And it gives me 4 different coordinates to plot, okay? The very first one I have is 2, 5. So I'm going to start at my origin. I'm going to go over 2, and I'm going to go up 5. 3, 4, 5, right there. That is my first coordinate. My next one is 5, 5. So I start at my origin. I go over 5. Then I go up 5. And I draw my point. Okay. My next one is 5, 2. So I start here, which is called my origin. I go over 5 and up 2. Plot my point right there, okay? Well, the last one that I have is 2, 2. So once again, I start right here every time, okay? I go over 2, up 2, and I plot my point. So we have plotted all 4 of those points on our coordinate grid. Now, our part 2 says choose one of the points listed above and describe how you knew where to plot the point. Well, we'll just choose the first one, 2, 5, okay? We know that we start at the origin, we go over on the x-axis, then up on the y-axis, and finally get to our destination, okay? That is how we know where to go on that point. Part 3 says, what shape do you have when you connect the dots? In order that's listed. I'm sorry, I can't read this morning. What shape do you have when you connect the dots in order and then connect the last point to the first point? Okay, so we're going to find out what shape we have when we connect all these points. So we're going to start at 2, 5, which is right here. We're going to go to 5, 5, which was our second point. Then 5, 2. Anybody know what shape this is going to be when we're finished? All right. 2, 2. And then we're going to connect our first one to our last one. And we have, ta-da, a rectangle. Okay? So I brought this from the classroom. As a little refresher, okay? This is what we did in class. Remember when we plotted all of those points and we connected them together to make a picture? There we go. I'm going to take a picture of this and put it on Google Classroom just to kind of keep your brain fresh, okay? And please remember, tomorrow is a holiday and Monday is a teacher work day. So you have 4 days that you do not have any math instruction from me, okay? Hopefully, I will see you again on Tuesday. Take care and have a great, great weekend. I miss you so much.